Hello and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. Right, we are just approaching near to where that free bit of land is that I was mentioning in the last episode. We are bringing the old, or not old, but rather massive wheel loader. Oh, am I going to make the light? Oh no! Oh, that was very near. Right. Well, we'll count our lucky blessings today, lucky stars and all that today. All I wanted to do was come to this bit of land and do some more old school woodcutting, really. My plan is to use a chainsaw, get these trees down. I reckon a lot of them will be easy to either... Well, these ones will probably just disappear. Yeah, there you go. And some of them will be small enough that I can actually just pick them up by hand. Yeah, we'll deal with the stumps and that later on. Right, so that's what I thought. So what I'll do is I'll put these ones down here and I'll get them all cleaned up and that. This space, I'm not too certain what I will do with it. I was thinking of a tailor shop to not have the other area so busy. Right, get that right there. There we are. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain, and I guess we'll just see what happens. I'd like to see how much space we actually have, because I was also noticing that it is quite hilly. I don't know what we could actually put here. I suppose we could level it. We do have that ability, but again, over here as well, there's sort of a flatter space, so that could be quite nice because we do bring fabric to the boatyard, so we could have a bit of a production here, perhaps. Less trees to clear also. I don't know, it's just the thought. It's a free bit of space, so I reckon it would be nice to take advantage. Not that we're short for cash for buying spaces, but free space is a free space. I don't know how much fabric we'd actually need to make clothing, but I reckon it would be worth it, because we'll end up selling some of... Did I not fully cut that tree? Right, there we go, that's working. Yeah, I'm not too certain, so we'll have to check that out, play around with it perhaps. I might do it just for fun, because why not, right? We are going to have all the fabric anyways, and I might add a third sheep barn, because... Right, these trees are a bit of a menace, aren't they? Right, that'll do. That's fine. Yeah, I was thinking another sheep barn just to add to the fabric production. I'm sure our one spinnery is absolutely adequate to keep up with it, but we shall see. Right, what I'll do actually is I'm not a big fan of the chainsaw cutting time lapses. Personally, to watch them, so I feel kind of bad making them. So what I'll do is I'm just going to clear a bit of this land, get a few of the trees shifted that I can by hand. Now I'm starting to rhyme. And then we'll move on to loading them with the loader, the bigger ones. We'll have to bring the other trailer down, I reckon. I could put the logs on here. Mate, go on, you can pass, man. You don't have to worry, I'm not going to drop a tree on your car. Right, we'll carry on with this. I'll get these done. Well, a few of them done. I reckon, like I say, this is the flattest part here. But now that I'm seeing it, there's really not that many trees. So it's not that big of a job. But we'll get it sorted anyways. Right, we'll see you very shortly. So as you can see, I've cleared a very nice little space nearest to the boatyard. And I will actually try and go through the productions and place a... where was it? I have the spinnery. Tailor shop, right. So I want to place it. Land is not owned by you. What are you on about? I can't place anything. What? Not even... Well, that is a bit frustrating. Oh, I thought this was... Well, how can I cut trees on this bit of land? And I can't place anything. Ooh, is it because of the stumps? No, it said land not owned. Well, that's very strange. Well, I'll take all the trees I can get from them then. Oh, that's silly. I suppose there's this bit, but I was looking at that previous for something. I mean, I suppose I could put tailor shop on there, but I might as well just put it there even, or there, if I'm going to do that. Well, that's actually kind of disappointing. I don't really want to carry on with this. I might just leave it for now. These trees are not necessary. None of this is really all that necessary to do at the moment. Actually, what we can do, and is necessary, is check our productions. I will move out of the way for this guy, only to go back into the road to do it properly. I suppose we can have a look at our sunflowers as well. And our bees. Oh, we've got lots to check on. Here, we'll just pull up here. Right. So, first off, hello. Very nice, very nice. So, we brought extra wood beams and floor tiles. We brought way more floor tiles. Okay, so I guess I was a bit wrong. We have more than enough floor tiles. What about wood beams? We would have just had enough, or it would have been one less, because we did have that issue, I think, where it was 1 litre was remaining, or a point of a litre. Right, well, that's pretty good. Very quickly, we'll hop to the roller coaster as well. Oh, go on, look at that. Almost done. Do we have enough wooden beams? Did it just take? Oh, I missed that. Prefab walls. Right, planks are fine. Wood beams and prefab walls are not even on that list. Here, let's have a look. Oh, they are going down. Right, well, why don't they show up on the storage list? That's a bit frustrating, but more importantly, let's have a look at how beautiful... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Everything's perfect. Nitrogen, pH. Oh, absolutely lovely. Now, we'll just mosey down the track here a bit. Have a look. Right, we should be careful because this thing does like to get wobbly, so we really shouldn't be visiting bees in this setup, but nevertheless I want to visit our bees. Look at that. Absolutely lovely. Oh right, oh here's, see, it says, so the range is 150 meters, so again, I don't know the distance. I don't know, that could be miles and miles away, or it could be very close. I'm not I'm not too certain. So we will just it's like a group of people, you know, like you could look at a big crowd of people and say, oh, there's 100 people there, or there's 100,000. I don't know. You know what I mean? Right, anyways, we have bees here, we have bees there, bees and bees and bees. So with 6 beehives scattered amongst our fields, we're going to have some very profitable crops indeed. Now we also have this big open space, and I could drill a field of something there, or I could actually cut the grass and feed it to the sheep. That's probably what will happen. I might drill it up though, turn it into nice grass so we get more out of it. Especially if I had a third sheep pen. Right, well, we will head back over to... Well, we'll put all this away. We'll probably park it near the iron furnace, as you do. Or up, actually, at the farm, which would be the best option. And then we'll move on to the next task. Right, so just before we make it up to the farmyard... Oh, wow, look at that. Bang, bang, boom. Brilliant. Right, and... loads of honey as well. Look at that. We've already got 5 full pallets, and a 5th is brewing. Oh, it's more than half. That is amazing. Or a 6th rather. I know numbers. Fabric, fabric, fabric. That's 3,000 litres of fabric, and we've got loads of wool as well. Oh, happy days. I reckon if I add, and again, could be cheeky, I don't know, if I add a 3rd sheep pasture here, like the same, 3, it'd be exactly the same. I think we will get into the clothing business, because we'll have so much fabric from the wool that the boat can keep up. I think that might be a good idea. Right, this was not a good idea to bring this trailer on here. You know what I should do? I should sell this trailer and buy the platinum expansion. I must have, it must have slipped entirely. I don't know if I bought this because it was cheap and I needed a flatbed early on. But what I'll do is I'm not going up there with this. It just doesn't feel safe. But we will put this down. Get this loaded off. And yeah, I think that's a good plan. We don't need it, but I'd like to swap over to it. See how it looks. I haven't really had a look at the new Platinum expansion trailers, but except for the logging one. Right, well, we'll eventually make it up the hill, put this into the shed here, and we'll hop to the shop and get a new trailer. Alright, so just reverse into the trigger here. Just before we do sell it, obviously want to see how much it is worth currently, although we could just check this. So about half price. So I reckon it was that much. 28, yeah, 500. So we are looking at the Schwarzmüller. Alright, that's the same brand as 55,000. Bloody Nora. This trailer is suitable to transport shipping containers. Well, mine is as well, isn't it? Huh. Right, well, that does look much more impressive than ours, and I think I will do that. So first off, before we look at all the fancy bits and bobs for it, let's get this opened. We might as well just, yeah, give it a quick repairing. That's not bad. We're only losing £10,000. We've owned it for almost 2 years. So we'll sell that, and used it loads as well. Operating hours, 7 hours used. Yes, I do want to sell it. Right, I had to think about that for a moment. Right, so we should... Here, let's see how this looks on this, actually, very quickly. Because I will shift this over to... Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to move this up to... Since it doesn't have a cover, I'm going to move it up to the shed, park it, come back, get the other trailer. Perfect. So that's in there now. Look at this. I'm very pleased with this shed, by the way. I do not regret it at all. Look at that. We're very full, and we don't even have a combine harvester yet. Right. Okay, back to the shop. Alright, so we'll go down to low load. Actually, let's check the sale. Hello. We don't need another tractor. We do not need any of that stuff. No, we're fine. Let's have a look at low loader 3A. What's 4A? Blimey, that's a lot of... Right, but that's for... yeah, you need a trailer for... I suppose we could probably hook that, but no. We'll use this. The spare... Can you even see it? Oh, yes, there it is. Yeah, that's fine. It looks good. Right, main... Ooh, yellow. That's very yellow, isn't it? What other colour are our trailers? We have a red trailer, we have a white one, we had a black one, and we have an orange one. So let's go for a yellow one. Rim colour is fine with the chrome, because that'll match our current trailer. And there we go. £56,000 for a spare wheel we can't see. You can kind of see it, but it does look good. Right, purchase. Oh, yes. Oh, it looks so good on here as well. Oh, that is magnificent. The other Volvo will probably look really good as well, but that is... Now that is a low loader, blimey. Was missing out on living before this, wasn't I? Right, okay, let me park this up, and then we can move on to our next task. Right, this trailer performs much better on the bridge than the other one. Right, I am very pleased to announce that 1, we have a beacon on this trailer, and 2, I have a use for the trailer itself. So I am going to load up some fabric to deliver to the boatyard with our trailer. I suppose we do have wool that can be shifted as well, that's why I'm moving this here. So I'll just park up there. We'll get the wool shifted. There's a full one here, and I reckon if we zoom out, there is a full one over there as well. So I'll go get that. The sheep's food and water is fine. But as I said, I am very tempted to add on a third... Let's see if I can do this in first person. Add on a third sheep pasture. Don't know what I'm feeling about it, but I am feeling it, you know, and we can buy them, again, with the cash we have. We're going to get another £300,000 here in a moment with the boat. Probably in, what are we in, May? So June, possibly July, by the time that it's all processed. Right, just trying out a bit of first person. There we go. It's very nice. First person loading is very difficult. I do have the yeah, the interior. I can't remember exactly what the mod is called. But yes, in some kind of camera first person, it's very handy, especially for loading. Right. Speaking of loading, we've got 3 pallets of fabric to load, so we will get those onto the trailer. Look at that, the honey is just flying. Right, these ones I'll load a bit easier. I say that, but I reckon I can probably get all 3 in one fell swoop if I do it right. Right, so this will actually be enough for the whole boat. So that is amazing. The fact that 4 pallets and we have fabric enough for the boat. Now what I'm thinking is, yeah, tailor shop it is. Unfortunately, that little bit of land is pretty useless to us, except for the trees. We can make money off the trees. Well, through productions, of course. But nevertheless, ooh, fabric doesn't really like that. Does not like it. Alright. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, well, we'll park up the tractor, hop into the Volvo, and head down to the boatyard. Right, and the fabric should disappear. There we are. Unstrap it all, turn off the engine, and we should see that we have enough fabric for the next step, enough floor tiles, and enough wooden beams. So once that reaches its final stage, we'll have an alert telling us when the boat will launch. But that's another £300,000 right there. So that is pretty fantastic. As is our new trailer. Very pleased with that. Oh, forgot to turn the beacon off. I don't remember if the Volvo itself had beacons, because that would help me remember to turn off the beacon, but no matter. Alright, well, as you are seeing what you're seeing, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, it looks like he's going to buy some more sheep. And you're absolutely correct, I will. So let's go into our construction menu, animals, sheep, the same. Right, the biggest thing for me here is the fact that the pen is only £35,000. I reckon to buy 65 ready-to-go wool-making machines, it'll cost us more than £35,000. But I could be wrong, and I hope I am. What we'll do, I reckon I want a bit of a path round back, because then I could put a path round back to go to quicker access, I suppose, to my other path, but through the front is really not that bad. And they might look a bit nice when they're all lined up proper. As long as we've got room, so I'm not worried about any room on the left-hand side, because if anything, that's where I'll put my tailor shop, which would be appropriate, considering the sheep that make the clothes are right there. Ah, right on. We've made a decision. Sure, everything is looking level. Absolutely beautiful. Right, so we'll do our usual landscaping and that in a moment. I just want to first purchase our sheep. I do want to remove that because it's a bit annoying. Get that opened up. Right. So we do have a mixture of them in the other ones. We should probably have a look at what we do have. Oh, I suppose we can do it here. Right. So essentially here there's five. Right. So we'll do 5 of each, and then a mixture of the last 5 will do a bit different. So let's start with ready to go sheep. Just curious though. For 60 of them, I knew it. I knew it was going to be about the same at least. So for 65, it will be, pretty much exactly the same as the cost of the pen, which again, very, very, very inexpensive. So right, we'll do 20 of them, because I'm not going to, they don't need to breed. We'll just get them started. So do 20, 40, Oh no, my math is rubbish. 15, 30, 45, and then we'll mix up the rest. Right, so we'll buy 15 of them. We'll get 15 of them. Get 15 of them. Get 15 of them. Now we're at 60. That's fine, because the other one's at 60 as well. So we'll let them fill up as they will, as they choose to do. Right, now before... I feel floaty. Oh, I am floating. Right. Right, okay, we'll head over here. Oh, it looks quite good. Right, give me one moment. It'll look even better. Right, I think 2 bales should be enough for them, because I believe the trough capacity is 11,000. So yeah, this should be just fine. It is quite heavy on the front there. You can see from the how low the tires are, but they will be very pleased with this food. Right, as you can see, I have fixed up the ground. It looks much better, much more appropriate to the area. Right, I'll set those down there for you. There you go. One's gonna go. One should disappear. Oh, it took from them separately. Okay. Oh, together, sorry. Right, okay. We'll get them water as well, and then they will be all set. Alright, well we're all done with the sheep. I have just put the tank there, it's just a bit easier access outside, doesn't have to be inside anyways. There we have it. I do see that there was a bit of landscaping that was missed, so I will fix that, and then we can move on. Right, well I'm just here at the roller coaster, and it was just about done. So I did pass a bit of time to have it complete, and I've looked, and required materials for the next step are the same as the last step. And I do believe that all of these items are in the production, but again, I'm just going to speed up time just a fraction to very quickly monitor all of them. Yes, they're all moving. Right, well, then I assume that all those items are in storage. That's what I'm going to say. We'll come back in a bit. We'll have a look. We'll have a look and see. Very quickly. Also, yes, the old sawmill is completed. What was in there is about 22 to 25-ish thousand litres. But nevertheless. Right, I also wanted to check, just because I was thinking of it now. 1905. Right, we should definitely keep an eye on that, because it would be good to sell that eventually, and that the best price right now is at the farm. Oh, rural farm. Right, but we'll look into that when the time is right. I don't think. Sorry, I'm just going through all my productions. I don't think we have any paper left. No, that was all cleared out. And the only thing at the wood turner is staircase railings for the roller coaster, so that's fine. And then same for... Oh, right, furniture. We do have a bit of furniture as well, but again, for the roller coaster only. Ah. Right. Barrels, buckets, bathtubs like mad. Forgot about all that. Right, I probably probably could look into selling some barrels. 3, 4, 8, 6. Best time is November. Oh, it's very close. What month are we in? May. 3, 4, 8. That's very close to... Oh, I suppose there's not much of a gap, is there? Blimey, I'm looking at... as if there's actually a difference. Really, though, really, there's not. Okay, well, brilliant. I think I'm going to bring the... I think I'll bring the lorry down, and we'll collect some barrels. Ideally, as many as we can. They are big pallets, though. Hope they'll fit. Oh, it's double pallets. I see what it's done. That's very clever. That's why they're all strapped in. Right, okay, we'll bring the lorry down and see how many of these we can collect. Well, I've had a look, and as you can see at the top left, it does say barrel pallet. So, yeah, we do have the option for barrel pallets, and I assume there's one for most pallets. that are unique as the barrels are, because they are a double pallet. So we'll just, yeah, we'll see how many we take. Hopefully the lot of it, but 12? 12 is a good start. 12,000 litres, yeah, that's a lot of barrels. The plan is here, if we can... oh, it says that we're full up now. Oh, what is that? Here, let me just fix that, because that's why it says we're full. Because it thinks we are full. Oh, is that what's happening? Is that over? Is it over now? Oh, there we are. Not a problem. Brilliant. Well, what we'll do we'll head down then to the man. Look at how many barrels we still have left. Right, we'll head down to Elm Creek. So the train that will be, I believe it was Elm Creek the best. It always is. Who am I joking? But that's not far off, to be honest. And this is going up. Idea. We're gonna take our load of barrels. Sorry, mate. Just gonna pass you by here. Gonna take a load of barrels. We're gonna head to the train station, park the lorry up, and wait a bit. Because I reckon the only issue is here. I'm worried that the price is gonna go up and then it's gonna go down, because it does. But again, the price fluctuation is so silly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna sell them. We can always make more barrels. It's not the end of the world. We're not here to make money anyways. Although any money we do make, I want to put towards our newest production. Right, but first things first, we must get to the platform. Now, I don't know why, but the tip side again still says left. So, right, I suppose, unless it is a shift thing. Nope. Right. Okay, well, we'll reverse onto the platform once again, and yeah, we'll get these barrels loaded onto the train. Right, so this is good here, right on the edge. That took a bit longer than I care to admit, but it is done. I will have a look at the train where it is, but I reckon I haven't seen it yet, so it must have just left the map. So I will wait till I see it in view before I call it, because at least on the map, because it could just reverse from wherever its last position was. So yeah, we'll just wait for that, and it'll be here in a moment. Oh, hello, what's that coming around the bend? Absolutely brilliant. I was a bit terrified I was going to be hit by the train there, but that worked out to be quite nice. Now, yes, much easier for me to conduct the train forward. Should be fine. Just run over here. That should be brilliant. Right, we're ready. 3, 2... Oh, nice! Very nice. Right, we'll get that shut down, because I always leave the lorry running on the platform. We'll hop in here. We'll ensure we select the correct trailer, or train car. Want to make sure it's strapped in. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. And we're off. Right, well, we'll see you at the Elm Creek sell point. Alright, any moment now. And from our 20,000 litres of barrels, we've earned £75,307 plus 44.77 environmental score reward. That is lovely. That just about pays for our tailor shop, which we will head to build right now. So this is our newest sheep barn. As you can see, they are very happy already, and they are already producing wool. At least they probably should be. Yes, look at that. 23 litres of wool already. Absolutely brilliant. Right, so this does seem the optimal spot. I suppose I could have cut that grass first, shouldn't I have? Ah, I feel silly now that I've just placed it there. destroying a wonderful crop, even though I have loads of grass. Perhaps we should cut this. How many bales have we got? We should have a look. Right, well look in here, we have 12 bales, so I don't think we need any. If I'm going to do grass properly, I'll do it like proper. I'll probably buy that big field that's there, field that doesn't have a number, this one here, farmland 41, and just farm that for grass if we really want. But I don't really see a need for it. We're not desperate for grass. This little space won't do much. We'd rather go over here and cut that, I think. Right, so the decision has been made. This grass will not be cut, which is fine, absolutely fine. If it was fully fertilized and like properly drilled and all that, I would I guess I'd be in two minds about it. But I've decided to just place the tailor shop. Now, I don't often have on my my interactive markers, but I wanted to see where things go. Now, if I remember correctly, you can't see it, but I think here, yeah, there we are. The clothes come out the back there, and we have to bring fabric to this side. So ideally we'd want it this way, but now we'll go this way, and we'll just have it right here, kind of like a bit of a storefront, I reckon. Don't know if I want it not too close, because we want to be able to access the back side. In fact, let's have it right there, so we can have a bit of a separation between it and the sheep. That's fine. Once we do a bit of landscape... Well-oiled machine. I've just received an achievement. That's great, that is. Right, so do a bit of painting here, just to see how it looks. So yeah, we'll get this continuing on this way. I might as well connect the two. Right, so this would be a good opportunity. Maybe we should have a path in, because then we can have... It doesn't have to be... I'd like to be gravel if we do. Or dirt is fine as well. But yes, that would be absolutely fine. And then have sort of a nice sort of curvature up the back here. And then round the back way. Probably tie that together as well. Right, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good, because yeah, we can come in, do our business, and then swing back round. So I don't think we'll have a bit of a path. I just don't want it to interfere with what we have here now. Nice and wide. Ah, right, perfect. Well, it looks like that is not ours anyways. We can't put anything there, so I will try and put the... Can I put the same... Is that grass? There's a plant in it. Oh, good. I just wanted to kind of tidy up the bits there that I... Right. I think that's pretty good. I suppose we could put a little road in here, just as a bit of a path, an entranceway here to the road. And then we can come in here, and we're happy days. Right, so let's fire this open. Nope, that is where we can change clothing. Right, so no fabric in, obviously. We are producing fabric at the spinnery. Right, well there we have Needle and Stitch, our brand new tailor shop. So with it, we will use the fabric that we don't use for the boat to create clothing. Absolutely brilliant, and then sell it wherever it needs to go. So yeah, this along with our new sheep barn, things are really working out, coming together here on Silverrun, and then eventually, lo and behold, we will get the roller coaster finished built, and we'll eventually get to ride it. Looking forward to it. Right, as always, thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, take care, and bye for now.